Hello everyone, this is Doug again. Today's topic is going to be about first aid kits, um, whether you get them at the store or whatever. Reason I brought this topic up is about a week ago, we all go to bed at night. What I did is I scratched my leg, and a little bit, probably too much. What happened is by Thursday or so, I got a really bad infection, big time, in the area of my calf muscle. Mind you, I've never got an infection. I haven't get my last infection or anything like that was about 18 years ago, and always keep peroxide, alcohol, all that stuff to clean wounds, and at least I thought it did. I usually don't get infections. This year alone, I must have hiked out in the woods 50, 60 times already this year. I'm always thinking, well, I'll just pour water on it or whatever, and scratch my leg a few times. Sometimes we get an itch and we scratch and run. One of my big things is got get really really infected. You can take probably like two 50-cent pieces. All right, and that's how big in the area, about like that. It just got infected, and I got into my first aid kit. Well, first time, well, I should say first. I got my first aid kit. Got it. My survival kit and all that, and open it up, and it had. First time I ever opened it up, I should have looked way a long time ago. There's really nothing in there that could help me. Maybe an alcohol pad, and then the tape was only so thin that you can just take a little bit, tape over a gauze pad or whatever. That was the big thing. Looked at that, had no cream or anything like that, and I had poured peroxide on my leg and put some gauze on it, used a little tape around it, and I'm like, that should do it. Started to get a little worse. What I did is I went in my backpack and I got my other first aid kit. I'm thinking that is the better one. That's the good one. Open up, advertisement on top of it says there's 200 pieces to this first aid kit. So obviously I'm thinking I got the best first aid kit. Looked at it and had no ointment or etc. etc. And nothing like that. No ointment or anything that would really clean wounds. And I was like, man. So what I did is I ended up going over to Walgreens. I got some ointment, some of the big Band-Aids, right? And had to get some more tape. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I bought some antibacterial spray, sprayed my leg. So I've been battling it for about 7 days. Cleaning my the infection. Twice, or I'm sorry, about 4 times a day, every 4 to 5 hours. Really scrubbing down on it. There's a couple things I realized I could have done wrong. First of all, I know I did wrong. Second, I probably should wash my hands a little bit. Sometimes I don't think, sometimes I just go right to bed without washing my hands, and at night you scratch, fingernails. So I can keep my fingernails trimmed. The third thing is, when you get a first aid kit, check it out. Look what's in it and what you might need. I learned the hard way. That was the big thing. It could have gotten a lot worse. Even Saturday, I had even a fever. And I've showed several of my friends my leg. They were like, "Wow." One person says, "Doug, you need to go to the hospital." Even my backpacking partner yesterday cleaned out cleaned my leg. Obviously, I'm doing much much better. But I've been taking showers using soap and water, cleaning it out, and the thing is that put your own kit together, what you need. Get ointment creams for bacterial infections. Make sure you got plenty of them big Band-Aids. The kits I had only had them small ones. If you got a little cut on the arm, get stuff that you can clean out wounds, and you got plenty of, whether it's peroxide or whatever. Peroxide just made my leg itch. But get ointment and clean your, that was what I'm getting at. Get ointments and build your own first aid kit. I didn't see an infection happening. I got a lot of good stuff, first aid kit. I'm figuring I got wraps and stuff if I cut my leg or make a tourniquet. But I never thought infection was going to happen, to my leg. It was really, really bad. Make sure you prepare for this, because if I was in an SHTF, I'm not going to be able to get the Walgreens. I'm not going to be able to get all these gauze pads, and I was fortunate to get infection ointments and stuff like that. Um, it would have been much, much worse if I wasn't able to get to the store. So I obviously stocked up on a bunch of this stuff. So the next time we get an infection, I'll be able to, be taken care of. But I learned something from this. I learned a lot. Like I said, previous things I learned. I just never thought I was going to get an infection, especially on my calf. I never thought just a simple scratch. Load up on stuff, whatever you need. Athlete's foot spray, powders, baby powders, stuff like that. Get bacterial ointments, get tons of band-aids, gauze pads, you get peroxide, get more ointments for different kinds of infections and sprays. There was just a tremendous amount of things I've learned. So I hope maybe I can inspire somebody. And God bless. Take care, everybody.